You are listening to the Global Psychosis Network.
Oh, I'm so horny. I hate it when they take commercial break. Nothing makes me wet like the Jimbo Trashy Podcast. I touch myself every episode. I don't know how much longer I can wait. I'm gonna come so hard when they come back on the air. God, I love it when he says, "Welcome back." Oh, yeah. Oh, Jimbo. Ah.
You are listening to the Global Psychosis Network.
Welcome back to the Jimbo Trashy Podcast. I was just watching Nox's and PVZ's. PVZ, right?
PVZ.
Okay. Watching PVZ and Nox's facial expressions during that commercial break. And PVZ was completely serious, like, this is art.
I was on that on this little video we got going on the side here.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
And Nox was smiling from ear to ear. It was just funny seeing two complete different reactions to that, you know? Facial expression.
At the very end, I did hear the little
Who was that?
girl calling your name.
Was that
That was Mrs. Trashy.
Mrs. Trashy? That's what I thought.
Mrs. Trashy.
That was funny, dude. I was like, oh.
Jimbo.
I like that.
Is that an old nickname of yours as well, or is that just like...
James Trashy actually developed because I was fucking around with this chick, and we were laying in bed together, and she was asking me, like, oh, what are you into? And I asked her what she's into, and I told her what I was into, and she's like, oh, you're trashy. I was like, but she was like being bitchy about it, you know, it annoyed her, you know. I was like, really? She's like, you're trashy. I'm like, oh, I'm trashy. I'm James Trashy. And then she's like, yeah, you're James Trashy. So I'm like, yeah, it kind of sticks, you know. So then I think I told like Adam or like Evildoers Beware or somebody, like, oh, some chick called me James Trashy. And then that person was like, oh, James Trashy. Oh, okay, Trashy. And then it just became Trashy. And I don't know how it caught on, but it eventually just caught on from that point.
Yeah, that's pretty fun.
But this chick, I got to give her the credit for saying that.
No, don't give a chick credit.
Well, I didn't say her name, so
Okay, better
the
not.
credit will never be officially known.
Officially, no.
Yeah. So I was James Trashy for the longest time, and then I recently changed it to Jimbo Trashy because I realized there's no famous Jimbos. You know, there's James Bond. There's fucking
Jimbo Jones from The Simpsons.
Oh yeah. Well, me and him have to go toe up
Jimbo.
to square off for the fucking Jimbo fame. But seriously, there's James Bond. There's James. What's another James? I can't think of one. James Franco.
Brown.
James.
Who the fuck is named James, dude?
Brown.
James Elroy.
Who the fuck's that?
James. James Earl Jones.
Yeah, James Earl Jones. There we go. Finally. I'm having a blank on Jameses all of a sudden.
Edward James almost.
almost James.
Almost James. And in Spanish, that would be Eduardo Jaime Llamero.
Either way, there's a lot of famous Jameses, but there's no famous Jimbos, really. So I'm like, fuck. And plus, Jimbo Trashy kind of rings or flows off the tongue easier than James Trashy. It's like James and then Trashy. Right. Where if you say Jimbo Trashy, it flows better. So I thought
that does kind of have a good ring to it, yes. Jimbo Trashy.
So
don't you think like some people might think you're like a hillbilly or something because of Jimbo?
Well, Trashy alone, people think, oh, you're some fucking white hick, you know, or you're some redneck. And then when they see I'm half Hispanic, they're like, what the fuck? What the? Like, they just can't process it. I thought only white people are trash. You know?
You figure that'd be the whole cultural thing because I guess Jimbo's a common nickname.
Yeah.
Down in the South.
Mm-hmm.
I call Mrs. Trashy Jimbo's bimbo.
Well, the Jimbo.
Who is Mrs. Trashy?
Secret.
Oh,
that was one that was doing the commercial break earlier.
Oh, that was Miss Jimbo. Miss Trashy. One of those.
Mrs. Jimbo.
No cross-dressing, please.
Nah, dude. I do the eyeliner for music videos, but I swear to God I don't cross-dress, dude.
And because that's a whole different other kind of trashy.
Yeah, that's sleazy.
Sleazy, dirty.
I'm not a hussy, dude. I'm not James Hussey, Jimbo Hussey.
Some bitch.
So this LAPD guy, dude.
Oh,
What the fuck?
man.
This is like a straight out movie, man. I'm telling you.
It's gonna be a movie, obviously. I already see it.
Starring LL Cool J. He's got to gain like 20 pounds, or I don't even know what he weighs now, but
Probably like 5 inches taller too.
yeah.
Just about.
Like, he should have fucking called them cops out. Like, I'm gonna get you.
Yeah, it's a full blown renegade type of.
They're so
situation.
scared too. Isn't that funny?
Like,
They're like terrified of one guy. These guys that are trained officers are like, oh my God, guys, I need protection.
Yeah.
Aren't you trained and armed to fucking handle that shit? If somebody was coming after me, man, I'd be fucking posted up 24/7, fucking looking over my shoulder with the fucking guns aimed at the fucking front door, and have it set up like, okay, dude, I'm gonna pass out. You fucking go to sleep. I mean, if someone's coming after you to kill you and it's like publicly known.
Yeah. Well, that's a typical scenario where you're trained to do something and you end up flipping what you've learned against the people who had you out there. So, but in this case, for all the right reasons, to a certain extent. But other than that, like I said, it's one of those renegade situations where, he ended up just coming back at people who did him wrong.
See, he would have had the public support if he didn't kill the fucking daughter and fiance. If he would have killed the corrupt motherfuckers on his list that, probably everyone in unison would agree, yeah, he's a piece of shit, just kill those people.
But not the family.
But don't kill the innocent family. Have nothing to do with it.
But take the way you want to balance out, his version of justice would be, so many handful or thousands, hundreds, who knows how many innocent people were wrongly murdered by crooked cops, compared to one person that happened to be related to lieutenant, sergeant, whoever it was. I don't even know. But you kind of, counter the balance on that, to the point where if he would have just filed a complaint or went through certain different types of, ways of getting his voice heard, he'd get shut down, rejected, blacklisted, like he already did get blacklisted. And pretty much nobody would ever find out because people would stop it in the process of becoming a legit complaint. If you know what I'm saying. So that's why he had to take it an extent, in his eyes, to be able to make a point. Say I mean business. I'm not just trying to file in paperwork. Like
how funny was it though that his main gripe was that there was racism in the force? Like, come on, you weren't surprised that it shocked you when old white guys were fucking being racist? That didn't surprise you?
Right. But like I say, I mean, talk to a person whose son or daughter or whatever was wrongfully killed by law enforcement just for a little extra overtime. That's fucking, it's gonna be some stupid shit that people are gonna hold grudges against, these group of people who were doing wrong things that were supposed to be the law. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
you're gonna have that karma in aspect to what happened compared to who actually did the bad work, and not just the guy that's taking it out on a few people. You know what I'm saying? He probably he threw all those celebrities on that list as a distraction to just keep people busy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's clever. I saw a lot of his stuff is really clever. Just the way he executed everything, the ski lift, the whole thing where people were wearing certain attire, and he happened to fit right into that whole. You
know what it's like? It's like a new age serial killer, dude. Serial killers back in the day, yeah, they were crazy. They do some fucking sneaky shit, but at the same time, they didn't have no internet. They had no fucking way of knowledge of planning shit out, or going on Google Maps and okay, this is where I'm gonna plant this shit. They just did everything on the fly. Now we have this intelligent serial killer that's out there because they have the internet at their disposal, and plus we're just a smarter society in general.
Correct.
Now, so it's just crazy, like, what could be possible now if you just put your mind to it. You have some fucking hardcore serial killers that, like, have the perfect location because they know Google Maps will say there's nothing over here or whatever, you know?
Right.
Or just, like, they can just Google how to make a bomb, how to get away with murder, you know? Just Google that shit, find out the answers, and just put it in their memory bank, and then utilize that shit as a fucking source when they're out there doing their heinous acts, you know?
I mean, you know, call it a righteous outlaw in a way, but, you know, he's bringing stuff to light because he pretty much said it. You know, you wanted a whistleblower, motherfucker. I'm gonna freaking blow up soon. There you go. That's just history.
It's I'm telling you, the new terrorist, man, is gonna be the people that are blowing the whistles.
Of course, that's what they want it to be. It's all part of that little master plan.
And that's why they're trying to get rid of the guns. You know, like after this last fucking crisis, I guess California's trying to pass a ban on all semi-automatic weapons, period.
Right.
And it's
Fuck
like, what
that.
the fuck? I mean, what's it going to take until they're just like, okay, all guns banned, you know?
Right.
And I think the way you look at it is, if I was in their shoes trying to get this fucking gun ban passed and shit, I'd be like, how long would it take for them to fucking ban guns? Let's just fucking put an assault of attack after attack after attack for like a year straight, and they're gonna have to want to ban guns.
Yeah, especially like the theater incidents, the school
shootings and all that.
It's just one after another, and people can't even keep track anymore. And it's to a point now, like I'm telling you, your parents and their relatives are just like, I don't want guns. Guns should have to be banned. Guns are bad, you know.
Right.
They're just trying to brainwash, and you put on TV like, oh, you know, if you have a gun, trade it in for a fucking toy or whatever the hell they do, you know.
Right.
And if you don't do that, you're a piece of shit, you know.
Well, I mean, plus it's part of that whole, you know, borderline militarization stuff where obviously nobody is gonna be able to have, you know, any kind of guns unless you're licensed, or even licensed persons are mentally stable sometimes to even have weapons anyways. But the fact of, you know, getting people to give up their arms, and then the people who will have arms are the people who shouldn't have arms. Eventually nobody really wins.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of scary to see what this future is going to be like when you think about how things are going down.
Hell yeah.
Hopefully, I'm not gonna be around when it happens.
Oh,
Hopefully,
dude.
they just like
Dude.
lag just a little bit longer until like I'm all old and gone. And
You want to die before this shit happens? I want to witness it while I still have my youth.
Me too.
I want to be able to move around when that shit's going on so I can get the fuck out of Dodge, you know what I'm saying?
I'm going down with the ship.
What if you're like 75 years old and all you can do is sit in your wheelchair while everyone's like, get the fuck out, here comes the bomb, you know? And you're just like, and you're like blowing with the straw to try and turn right and shit, and then
Well, what the fuck are you gonna do? There's bombs coming. Like you're gonna run to what?
I don't
You know how much, like you know how much death and destruction is gonna reach. Like
Okay, well,
it's
maybe
gone.
a bomb was probably the wrong example, but I'm just saying, like, when people know there's if something's a dangerous in your way, if you're young, you can get away from that shit. If you're old, it's like you got a delayed reaction. I would like to be able to be packed up in my car and down the freeway at least fucking 50 miles before the next attack happens. When the person in the wheelchair is like, oh, what? You know?
I'm like, fuck it. I already did the shit I want to do.
Or like, what if it's just all out anarchy and you got some dudes like fucking breaking into houses and shit? I wanted to be able to hold my own. I don't want to be like, oh, here comes the fucking jabs and the fucking hooks. You know?
Jabs and hooks. Fuck that. When I'm old, dude, I'm shooting motherfuckers.
If you can hold the gun, you might have arthritis and can't fucking hold it.
Fuck it. I'll have one of my fucking nurses hold that shit.
You don't need accuracy for a shotgun.
But you need strength to pull the trigger, dude.
I guess like the whole point is like I kind of rather have
Use pressure pliers.
at least live my life as good as I can before some crazy shit happens. Because after that, you're just gonna be on survival mode, and your whole life's gonna change. Where there's not gonna be no fucking real positive side. Not gonna be like, oh, greener grass on the other end. None of that bullshit. You're just gonna have to fucking fight for your own.
But what if crazy shit happened and then you guys succeeded over it and things changed for the better?
It'll take a long ass time.
I don't know. I want to experience the utopia in my lifetime.
Back with more
Maybe we
possibilities.
After the commercials, baby.
We'll be right back on the Jimbo Trashy.
Is a conspiracy.
Everything is a conspiracy.
Everything is a conspiracy. Everything is a conspiracy.
You are listening to the Global Psychosis Network. You are listening to the Global Psychosis Network.
Welcome back to the Jimbo Trashy Podcast.
You made it. You
Everything.
fucking made it.
Everything is a conspiracy.
Not everything.
Even you.
Everything.
Lie. Don't listen to them. Don't listen to them.
I believe it.
Don't listen to them. They're lying.
So, Christopher Dorner, dude. Is it Dorner or Dormer?
Dorner.
Dorner.
Is it like Jack Horner sitting in the corner? That's how I remember it.
Would you say this guy, what's the over-under on this guy being dead?
Even if he was, they probably wouldn't release it because they don't want. If they can hide it, they'll hide it and just have him go missing as a fugitive. But as you've seen with 2 or 3 different vehicles, that they're out for a shoot to kill, which means
Kill him.
which means they don't want to detain this guy. He's probably he has more power than Saddam Hussein right now. When it comes to
I
information.
know, isn't that bizarre? Just because he fucking threatened some cops.
When it comes to information,
He knows shit. He knows something.
He's got a lot of info we can use against his own ex people. So yeah, I guess he was trying to get bigger contracts with Homeland Security and a lot of other stuff like that, which obviously is a high type of paying job, which he is now blacklisted from getting. So go figure that he has nowhere else to go but to just take it out on a few people.
So would you guess that he's dead though, if you had to put money on it? Or would you say it's...
I don't think so. Like I said, I think that whole Big Bear thing was a big old distraction for him to just book it through the 15 or whatever other highway he can take, and nobody would ever find him. They're just evacuating a mountain for no reason, pretty much.
I can't believe they can't catch this guy, dude.
Like I said, he's smart enough to outsmart.
Well, I mean, yeah, if you're smart enough, you can outsmart the fucking cops. And all
He's
that
clever.
Shit.
But he's a 270-pound black guy, you know?
There's black guys everywhere, man.
Like I said, he had the knowledge also to go up Big Bear and maybe even camp out in the thick forest for a week, for all we know, with a bunch of those survival packs that what are they called?
But eventually that'll run out,
NPCs or something
and
like
he's going in areas that are not predominantly black. So you think these white neighborhoods that he's going into, there's gonna be a black guy that's gonna be, hey, I see that black guy, it looks like,
Well, what I'm saying also, like I said, he can have an accomplice that is just as enraged as anybody else, helping him out, using another name.
True that.
At hotels, and so that guy never comes up, and anything clever enough to do stuff like that, I think.
Here's some going down the rabbit hole shit. What if Christopher Dorner is getting away with the shit he's getting away with because he's got someone in the FBI working with him? Like there's a schism within the FBI.
That's definitely a means, because like I said, if whatever close friends he already had that were integrated can just be as involved as anybody else. It just takes one person to get pissed off enough, to retaliate with kind of like the taste of their own medicine, per se.
Yeah.
Per se.
Speaking of which, I guess one time I was driving my work truck back in the days.
Back in the day when we was young, we're not a kid anymore.
Okay, this is actually a joke, but I'm just going out of a whim here.
Right, go ahead. Don't let him ruin it.
No, so then chick pulls up to the light, and I happened to notice she was driving a Volkswagen, and I tell her to bring down her window, and she leans over and she goes, "What's going on?" I'm like, "Hey, I like your Passat." But I'm.
Fucking. I got no jokes. I got nothing.
You have no jokes? Come on, dude.
I just like to talk shit, and then once in a while, out of that bullshit I ramble about, something would be funny.
Man, if we did the roast of like anyone we knew, it would just like the person go home like never be your friend again.
Oh my god, like fucking just talk so much shit. I would like to do like a little mini roast on a fucking.
Actually, Radican told me he wanted to do a roast. He's like, I'd be down to have a roast on myself. And I was like, dude, I don't know if you want to do that, man, because there's too many people that aren't funny that would just talk shit, you know.
Or get too offensive and then you get mad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean,
some people can handle the roast.
If it's funny, dude, I think anything is acceptable, but it's all about, is it funny? You know, a lot of these people that do the roast are like professional comedians.
Right.
They know how to say shit, you know. But other people just, I think a lot of people would just kind of get in the heat of the moment, like, you know, I never fucking liked that about that guy. I'm gonna fucking say that shit.
You know what, man? You know what? Fuck you.
Yeah,
man,
you know.
You're a fucking cunt. Yeah. This guy right here, I saw him sucking some fucking dick around the alley, little piece of shit.
I want to fuck his
You got
girlfriend, dude. I
herpes.
never even told him that before, but I'm saying it right now. You hear shit like that, you know? I would, in fact, I think I could probably whip his ass, and I would fuck his girlfriend if I didn't go to jail for it. Like you'd hear shit like that, you know?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And it's always the guys that love starting those fights, just to see what buttons they can push.
Yeah.
Like I just recently heard I forgot who it was, but they were talking about a way to come at this one guy by like this. They were starting some shit. He ends up punching the guy's girl, so to integrate that guy to get in a fight with him, and it ended up where they all scuffled up, and the girl ended up with I think a swollen cheekbone or something like that, and. They got him back hard,
Yeah.
But I mean, like the guy was asking for it. So what do you expect?
Have you heard, like on Twitter, there's all these different girls that are saying, "Oh, I wish Chris Brown would hit me. I wish I could be hit like Rihanna." Like I swear to God, you just go on Twitter, there's all these like, and they're hot chicks. They're not some fat slobs. There's like very cute girls, that you're like, why would you be willing to get hit by Chris Brown? Is it the money? It's because he's black. Like, what's the fucking motivator there?
Well, honestly, I think it is the donkey punches.
It's like
I don't know.
it's a new fad, dude. I'm telling you, girls like want to get their ass whooped.
I swear to
The
God,
whole
I was thinking,
society
I
of them.
should have been born later so I can be younger in this generation and just like play these dumb bitches like fucking hopscotch. Cause
I wish I could have my mind today as a 30-year-old and go back to his being 15 and have that mindset over these dumb little girls that are like
17,
I don't
17.
know.
Because at the same time, this is like out of nowhere. All these fucking cougars came the fuck out and started fucking all these young kids. Oh, I want all these young hot bods all over them. Like, god damn,
you got
bitch.
gypped.
It's like,
You got
like,
gypped.
like, what about me? Like, I'll work that fucking pussy. Yeah, no, but you're not 18. Like, what? Like,
They don't care anymore, dude.
Uh,
Teachers will fuck your brains out now.
and then with the fucking, young chicks, like, you gotta look like a fucking fake ass fucking superstar and shit. Like, oh no, like,
How crazy is it that teachers are like almost on par with priests now? They're almost there. Like, priests are like up here, teachers are right here, but they're making their moves, dude. They're coming up.
It's a lot of extra credit, I think.
I don't know what. Why
They've
didn't
been
this
doing their
happen-
homework.
Why didn't this happen when we're going to school? Like, that's all I gotta say.
Dude, I've said this before on the podcast, I believe, but I wish my 8th grade English teacher Miss Watson, I wish you would have raped me, dude.
Can't rape the willing.
That chick was blonde, blue-eyed, and bushy-tailed, dude. And she was a hot piece of ass. She was 25 when I was 12. Hot chick, dude. And I wasn't the only one that thought that, too. There was like 3 or 4 other kids that would, like, when the fucking bell rang for recess, they'd be chilling there just like, so, Miss Watson, what are you going to do now? And I'd be trying to, like, talk to her. And, like, they were all looking at each other like, I'm trying to talk to her, dude. Like, it's like, we all just, like, hate
I'm going to
each
help
other.
her take her books.
It's like we all were annoyed with each other, but we couldn't figure out the reason why. It's like, I'm not hitting on her. Neither am I. But I want you to leave because I want to hit on her. It's like, we just couldn't agree on, like, yeah, dude, we both want to fuck this chick. It was like 4 or 5 of us, dude. It was funny.
Yeah, lately they've been actually being exposed for a lot of that stuff. As weird as that is.
Fuck.
Teachers.
Damn, fuck.
Teachers.
Fucking damn. Oh, wow. Now we gotta settle for fucking bar whores and shit.
Hey,
Fucking
Knox, are you a cat guy or a dog guy? Or a nothing guy?
cat guy or dog guy.
Like, if you had a pet, or do you have any pets?
A parakeet, I think.
No, if I had a pet, it'd be a fucking dog.
But you don't have any. You haven't had a pet since I've known you, huh?
My dad has a dog, my mom has a dog, so I guess I'll fuck with their dogs, but I don't have a pet in my home, no.
Is that because you just don't want to you don't want the responsibility of it, or you just...
Well, it's an apartment, so I can't really have a fucking dog and he'll be shitting around my fucking place. If I had a backyard, yeah, fucking go run around and do your thing and shit, I won't have to worry about it.
Would you rather have a small dog or one of those big dogs, like a Rottweiler or some shit?
I don't know. I like having fucking big dogs because they're fucking loyal. They protect you. They fucking, you know, you feel more secure with a big dog. Little dog, I'm not gonna fucking lie. I like them little things, little shits, because they're like little fucking toys. Like, come here, you little shit.
A living toy, dude.
Like a little fucking toy, dude. Like, some of them are annoying as fuck, but some of them are really fucking cool. They're just there and chill. Like, yes, my little pet, just chill. Like, fucking, I'm gonna smoke, I'm gonna get high. You're gonna chill right there, and everything's gonna be alright. So I don't know, like, I wouldn't mind have like big dog in the outside and a small dog in the inside. No fucking chihuahuas though. None of them fucking
Pekingese.
motherfuckers.
My dog is half Chihuahua, half Pomeranian.
Pomeranian, those big furry
I
ones.
believe. I
Big-
think. I don't know. Don't quote me on that.
Fucking my mom has a pug.
Like a big furry type, right?
It's not really furry, but it's a little dog. But the dog doesn't bark ever. I mean, as long as I've known the dog has only barked by like 5 times that I can remember.
All right.
Fucking my mom has a pug, dude. That shit is fucking crazy. That motherfucker just like runs around, eats shit, whatever's on the fucking floor, trash, shit, bullshit, whatever. Tears shit up, runs around, bites your fucking hands to play with you and all that. And it's fucking...
You sound like you're a cat guy, dude. You don't sound like you want a dog.
Cats are fuck them prissy ass fucking... like, fuck, like... Nah, like... I don't know. The cats look too stuck up and shit. And I think at the same time their fucking fur or hair and shit, like...
Are you allergic to
just,
fur?
Yeah, it gets to me. And at the same time, like... I don't know, like say once you pet them and you don't want to pet them anymore, like, they just like fucking like, no, like fucking bump their fucking heads into your hand and don't quit.
Hey.
Smack your fucking face with their tail, like, brrr.
Show me one guy that's ever said no to pussy, dude.
I've trained mine how to fetch. No, but like
Fetch.
my ex roommate has cats. Like I don't mind cats, but I prefer dogs. But I taught this cat how to fetch little bracelets, plastic bracelets.
Oh yeah.
You chuck the little bracelet over and it come and bring it back to you. You could probably do that nonstop for hours on end.
Why are cats so fascinated by like yarn and just like inanimate bullshit? You know.
I have no idea.
How odd is that?
Well, if you really want to break it down, it might be the little mannerisms of their instinctive type of way of capturing prey. The way they practice, I guess.
Probably moves similar to a mouse and shit.
Maybe.
We'll be right back on the Jimbo Trashy Podcast.
Everything is a conspiracy.
Everything is a conspiracy.
Everything is a conspiracy. from the occult experimental rock project Elvis on Acid with their second album release, Prehistoric Psychonaut.
With historic obligations, we've come so far. We're cutting away the spiritual line. Consolation, they don't care who you are. You're damning us to hell, it's written in the stars.
Follow Elvis on Acid on Twitter @Elvis on Acid. Go to youtube.com/Elvis on Acid to hear the latest. Global Psychosis Entertainment, Dark Jam Records, and Elvis on Acid are not responsible for any violent revolutions, drug overdoses, or attempted suicides that may occur after listening. This ad has been brought to you by Global Psychosis Entertainment and Dark Gem Records. Copyright 2013.